Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nah. Got some new shoes from eBay. Like some early 2000s, late 90s like slides. I'm so excited. Hi. Welcome back to another video. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have reserves or like fears about filming this cute little chat, but I just hope that my frustration remains at bay. Anyway, let us just start. I have so many notes for this episode. Oh my gosh. Today we are going to be talking about, does the dating scene actually suck, or has social media just ruined it? Spoiler alert, social media has ruined it for both sides, for everybody. The Vogue article heard around the world. Well, at least on TikTok. The topic of dating is probably the most intriguing yet annoying discussion ever to be had online. The elimination of nuance, realizing your relationship isn't the standard, and the weirdness of turning every girl who cooks for her husband / boyfriend into a victim. And I guess now the weird idea that being associated with a man to any capacity is embarrassing. Yes, I actually read the article and I have some thoughts. Let's chat. Oh my goodness gracious. So obviously, in case you're living under a rock, or if you aren't on TikTok like the rest of us, which I am actually not on TikTok anymore. I mean, I still have it, but I haven't got on it. So like, dare I say I'm better than you? I'm just kidding. Imagine. Okay, anyway, but on TikTok there was so much discourse, I think right before Halloween, because an article published by British Vogue came out, and it is called "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing" by Shante Joseph. And when it came out, it was so much talk about it. I heard it was like the best article ever, is revolutionary, feminism, girl boss, wow, go girl. And I was like, okay, cool. I can't even lie, my first initial thoughts when I first saw the article title, I was just like, whatever. Oh yeah, some backstory. I am single. I'm 30 years old. I'm single. It's like a dating app. I'm like, hi, my name is Anna. I'm 30 years old and I am looking for love. I'm just kidding. I am single, so I am not, I don't want to say critiquing, but I'm reviewing this article from a single woman's point of view. I have never been in a relationship. I have talked to men, but like, you know. Anyway, enough of my tragic dating or lack thereof history. After seeing the response to the article and how women were just like, oh my gosh, it was like the best thing ever, it is embarrassing, ew, men, ugh, gross, I was like, okay, there has to be something to this article, so I probably should like look into it. And for a while I didn't, because if I'm being so very honest, I didn't care that much. After seeing a few questionable comments, there was actually one comment that really sparked my, I guess I would say, frustration with the article and the response to the article, and that was, having a boyfriend feels Republican. When I saw that comment and how much women were in agreement with that comment, I was like, what are we doing here? What is this article? Like, what are we talking about here? And then I think I came across Shantae's TikTok, and while reading the comments, I was really surprised by the comments, because a lot of women were judging other women for having a boyfriend or for being a wife. From like some think pieces I heard, the article is about critique of women losing themselves in a relationship, whether it be a marriage or a just having a boyfriend, you know, losing themselves, being all my man, my man, my man, and not having their own life outside of their partner. Seeing the comments, I was like, well, is that what we're talking about, or are you guys just bashing women who are in a relationship? Then I finally read the article, and it solidified that I just still don't agree with the article, and I actually don't like it. The people that resonated with it, it is for them. The article is not for me. The art of sharing your baby boo. To soft launch or not to launch at all? That is the question. The challenging question of, do I want to share my love life for the world to see and judge? This is a quote from the article. However, more recently, there has been a pronounced shift in the way people showcase their relationships online. Far from fully hard launching romantic partners, straight women are opting for subtler signs. Subtle. subtler signs, a hand on a steering wheel, clinking glasses at dinner, or the back of someone's head. On the more confusing end, you have faces blurred out of wedding pictures or entire professional edited photos with the fiance conveniently cropped out of all shots. Women are obscuring their partner's face when they post, as if they want to erase the fact that they exist without actually not posting them. I saw that part of the article and I was like, that's not fair. Okay. How women now are shifting the way of showcasing their partner. It's because of soft launching. I don't care what anyone says. The art of soft launching or hard launching your partner, your boyfriend, is primarily for an aesthetic purpose. Like, it really is. Like, you can't convince me, trust me. And I'm not hating on it because I actually think it's cute. I can't wait to be able to soft launch a person if I want to. Actually, I will, because that's like cute. I think I would like soft launch and then just like not launch at all. Like, I wouldn't like show like anything else. I don't know. Anyway, the clinking of the glass, like the half picture, it's because it's pretty, it's aesthetically pleasing. Most people that do things like that, they are either content creators or aspiring to be content creators. And because, again, like I always say in my videos, there is a formula to follow when it comes to content creating. These people, they want to match the formula. So if you see your favorite content creator post a guy with a hat, like you're gonna want to do that too, because then it kind of makes your page look like your favorite content creator's page. On another hand, people also do that to give a sense of false privacy or false mystery. If you genuinely want your relationship to be private, you wouldn't post about it at all. There are people who have been in relationships for however long, freaking married with children, and they never show their family because they choose not to. So I think the posting your partner or your boyfriend, I think it has a level of you just want to post them because you want people to see, and you want people to be like, oh my gosh, who is that? And you want to show off your cute boyfriend. Like, it's not that like serious. So I think that's the reason as to why people have switched over to like soft launch and sometimes even like hard launching. The soft launch, it creates like buzz around your content, whether it be from your followers, but also like maybe your family members or old friends. People want people to care about what they post, so they do things like that. Okay, that's so funny because I actually know what she's talking about. I remember seeing that picture on TikTok where this lady like cropped out her husband's face in all her pictures, and it was honestly insane. It was so weird. The reason why I said that that's not fair is because I don't understand how people's brain can automatically jump to she was embarrassed by her husband, because she wouldn't have posted it at all. Mind you, I don't think people that do things like that, like crop their boyfriend's head out of the picture, I think it's just weird. However, I think women do that because you guys know when a girl posts her boyfriend, quite a few things happen. One, unfortunately, some women do go in that men's DMs, which is so weird to me because of that. So some women are like, you will not see my husband or my boyfriend. Honestly, I think that might be like the only reason is because if they show their face, people will try to go in his DM or look for him or make fun of him. When I first saw the picture of the lady that cut her boyfriend's head off in her pictures, I was confused, but I didn't think it came from a place of embarrassment. Do I think it's weird? Yes. She should have just showed his picture or just not posted it at all. Automatically assume that women do or take pictures more subtly like this is because they're embarrassed is insane. And I think that the underlining of that is just your despise or your disdain for men is seeping through your judgment. Because I always said, like, if I got a boyfriend or when I get a boyfriend, I will choose to post subtly. Like, I'm not gonna like do like couples content and like blast his face on my stuff. I'm also not gonna hide it. I'm just gonna try to be like more private about it. So when I saw that part of the article first, I was like, that's not fair. Like, I think you're looking at this from a biased lens, and the bias is that you don't like men, which anyway, okay, moving on. Because it just, the ending is just women are obscuring their partner's face when they post as if they want to erase the fact that they exist without actually not posting them. How do you get there? I don't understand how one gets to that thought while seeing women just like subtly well, I mean, not talking about the lady, but seeing women just subtly like post pictures of their husbands or boyfriend, I don't understand how you got there. And then, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, because the arguments that I see, or I guess people that are defending the article, or you know, speaking highly of the article, they're like, no, she's talking to women who make their entire personality their boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, cool. So if women are obscuring their husband or their boyfriend's faces and, you know, subtly showing them on their pages, shouldn't you want that? Because that's them not making their boyfriend their world. They're just showing like a little piece of their boyfriend, and then they're like keeping it pushing. I just, oh my gosh. Can posting online ruin relationships? Yes it can. One, because like I said in like a past videos, when you post a lot online of your life, like your private life, your followers kind of get a sense of entitlement, as if like they know you because you do post so much. So then they feel as though they can speak on certain aspects of your life, your relationship being one of them. If you come online, you know, expressing that you and your boyfriend like got into an argument or whatever, which stop doing that, by the way, then the next time you post with your boyfriend, your fans are gonna be like, ew, I'm still mad at him, he doesn't deserve you, he's gross. That can really cause friction in a relationship. So yeah, I think this one is going to be me just like kind of responding to quotes that I took from the article. So some fear the evil eye, a belief that their happy relationships would spark a jealousy so strong in other people that it could end their relationship. Yes, because that is true. A lot of people are jealous of people in happy relationships, and they do try to get in the middle of that relationship because in their mind they believe that the boyfriend will treat them just like they treat the girlfriend. So yes, people are really jealous of people in happy relationships. It's not a crazy thing to say. That's literally happening, or it happened with Nick and Ola. Once people saw how Nick was treating Alandria, they started like being kind of like suggestible like with Nick. And that was weird, because it's like, this man is a whole husband. There's another quote. Even though I am a romantic, I still feel like men will embarrass you even 12 years in, so claiming them feels so lame. I don't know, it's just, I think like this article and the comments that I've seen from it, it just gives high school. It gives a high school way of thinking of like, girls rule, boys drool. It's so, what's my word? Chuggy? It's just so chuggy. That's the thing that I don't understand with social media nowadays, is this weird ideology that only one gender can do something to the other. Yeah, men are stupid. Some men are dumb. They have audacity every single day. The one thing I always say is, one thing a man will do is have audacity, even when he doesn't need to. My friend, he if a man does something, he just goes, all men are evil, and I'm like, all men are evil, or like men are stupid, or something like that. It is such an immature way of thinking, because anyone can embarrass you. Your mother who had you can embarrass you. Your father can embarrass you. Like, your best friend, your best girlfriend can embarrass you. To hold men in this special category as if like they're the only people or species that can and will do you wrong, again, it is just a really immature way of thinking. I said, you care too much what people think about the decisions you make in your life. Yes, I would not care. I don't care. I don't care. I try to remember that social media is not real. The way people speak on social media and how they live their life, it is not a true representation of how people in the real world act. Even when it came to this article, when I was seeing all those comments that women were saying, I was really disappointed, and I was just like, this is literally insane. Not because they were critiquing men, but it was more so because their energy was directed at other women, and I'm like, this is not giving girl boss. Like, this is not given, what do you guys say, it's not given feminism, it's not given girls girl. I could not imagine caring that much about what someone thinks about my life. Like, we get one life and we're done. Like, we go bye-bye. And why am I gonna sit here and care that you think that me being associated with a man is lame? Me saying that wasn't directly to the quote about how they're romantic, but you know, they feel like men will embarrass them. It wasn't directed towards that quote. It was just a general statement that I made, because I kept on seeing comments from women who were in relationships that would downplay their relationship. Or this one lady, she was married, and she was like, I don't even call him my husband, I just call him my partner, because I don't want people to think, what are we doing? Why? I will never understand how people can allow society, social media, to genuinely shift how you choose to live your life. It is so insane, and it's not a new concept by any means, but I think just recently it has intensified by 50 quadrillion million where people feel paranoid about living their life one way in fears that it will make them look a certain way to like the outside world or to people on the internet. Oh my gosh. I wish I had a boyfriend to flaunt, because I would, just to be annoying. I also said dating someone and breaking up is normal. I don't know why people associate breaking up with a partner as if it is the most horribly embarrassing humiliation ritual ever, when in fact many people have done it. Even me, as someone that I've been on one date, so basically I am an expert. People, I think, forget, or because online people just be saying stuff. Dating is normal. Dating someone, you go on a few dates, it doesn't work out, you break up, or you don't hang out anymore. That is normal. That's not some humiliation ritual where they're trying to embarrass you. No, it just didn't work out. Life is not perfect, y'all. Dating is not perfect. There's a few people, and I had to learn that recently. Maybe I'll do a video about it, about my one date that I went on and how it changed my life. Just kidding. I kind of had to like be reminded of that, of like, listen, dating is you're collecting data from someone, you're seeing if you guys mesh well. Sometimes you mesh well and you date for a while, but then you break up. Sometimes you don't mesh well at all, and one of the people are dumb, and they're rude, or they're gross, or they burp while they, I don't know, whatever. People's reaction to dating online now is just, it's crazy. They associate having a bad date with like he humiliated you, or him being like, you know what, I don't think I want to like talk to you anymore. Oh my gosh, how dare he? Screw him. He was ugly anyway. Girl power. And it's like, no, it just didn't work out, and that's okay. Oh yeah, that actually happened. I don't have to do a cute little chat. I went on a date. Just kidding. And it was a really cool date. The guy was really sweet. He was really fun, if he happens to see this video. But it was really cool, and we were talking for a while, and probably the only time I will ever talk about any sort of dating relationship, my stuff, online. So enjoy it and hold it close. Thank you. Anyway, we went to the Formula Drift thing. I don't know, he wanted to go, I said sure. It was actually a lot of fun, and we vibed really well. I thought our energy was very similar. We went out to dinner afterwards, and then we went bye-bye, and then we talked, text for a while, and then it got kind of quiet, and I asked him a question like, hey, like, what's the vibe? Are you feeling it? Are you not feeling it? Like, are you kind of just over it? He was like, I don't think I'm at the point in my life right now to kind of like be consistent. And I was like, okay, cool. That's it. We did good. It's fine. Life moves on. It's okay. Obviously, I'm speaking about just like regular dating experiences. Obviously, there's situations where men just do be crazy, and they do be saying crazy stuff. So my one issue with the article is that it lacked nuance. But I also understand how it can be, for some, challenging to create a space for nuance online, especially in an article. But I just feel as though she didn't even really try. I really do believe that she wrote that article from a biased standpoint, which is fine because it's her opinion and it's how she felt. It's okay. It is okay if things don't work out. It is okay if you do something cringy on your date, or you say something cringy, or you double text him. It is okay if he's cringy and he's awkward. These things are okay. It kind of all depends on how you respond to it. My response, like I told the guy, I was like, I'm really direct. I don't do ghosting. I don't. I'm like, you tell me like what's wrong, or you tell me if you want to talk or not. If you don't want to talk, just tell me, and like, I promise you I will be good. But I've also been ghosted, and I handled that really well. Yeah, like, it's okay. No dating experience is gonna be perfect. I mean, some people do have a perfect dating experience, and like, you know, that's iconic for you guys, you won't mesh well with people. It's normal. You don't have to create a think piece or like he's toxic. No, he just wasn't interested. Oh my gosh, also closure. Sorry, this is like not even a part of it, but like I just thought about something. No one owes you closure. I remember having this conversation about Love Island. When it came to Sierra and Nick, people don't owe you that. You have to unfortunately give yourself closure. Is that fair? Some may say no, but it's how it works. To beg and chase and demand someone to give you closure is crazy, because for the most part it won't come from a genuine place. They're gonna just do it just to like kind of get you out of their face. I was talking to a guy and I didn't get closure, and I liked this guy a lot, like a lot. And you know what he did? Do you guys know what he did? He blocked me, then unblocked me on Instagram. And I never heard from him again. Never. Just kidding. I start crying. No, but like I never did. Like I just, he went Danny Phantom. Like go and ghost. Like he never heard from him again. And you know what I did? I gave myself closure and I moved on. But there was an overwhelming sense from single and partnered women alike that regardless of their relationship, being with a man was an almost guilty thing to do. Why? What is guilty about being, and again, happy, healthy relationship? What is guilty about being able to experience a beautiful thing called romantic love? What is so guilty about that? Do not allow anyone to place that ideology, that feeling over you. If you have been so blessed and lucky enough to experience a romantic love in this climate, someone that cares for you and cherishes you, like you should, there is no reason to feel guilty. Again, are men tragic right now? Yes. I remember after the election, I don't even know like what happened, but after the election when Ankles won, and I was so angry at men, and I don't even remember why. Oh, I know why. Some guy made a video like laughing at women and like, you know, you guys are still your body, my choice, like whatever, and it irritated me. It really did. And I was so mad at men all day. I didn't want to be around them. Mind you, men at work, mind you, these men did nothing to me. They're actually really kind, but I was just so frustrated with what was happening in my country that I placed that what these horrible men have done onto men who have honestly did nothing to me. And that is dangerous, and that is literally the problem that women are experiencing when it comes to the red pill content. Like a man has a bad encounter with a woman, so he deems all women as X, Y, and Z. So that's why articles and the comments that I see are so hypocritical in a sense, because I'll just speak generally because I don't do this, but like, you know, I won't single y'all out. We all the time speak about how men treat women, how men are so like whatever to women, but then we turn right back around and do the exact same thing. So then the women now are becoming just like the men. We are no better than them. This is me just like debunking this freaking article. Oh my gosh. On the Delusional Diaries podcast, fronted by two New York based influencers, Haley and Jazz, they discuss whether having a boyfriend is lame now. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? Read a top comment. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back until they start acting right. Read another one with thousands of likes. That is crazy. It is literally insane. Reading comments regarding this article, it made me want to get off of TikTok, because I could not believe the level at which some women were like talking about relationships and like men. I was really blown away. I'm not even kidding. In essence, having a boyfriend typically takes hits on a woman's aura, as one commenter claimed. Funnily enough, both of these hosts have partners, which is something I often see online. Even partnered women will lament men and heterosexuality, partly in solidarity with other women, but also because it is now fundamentally uncool to be a boyfriend girl. Oh my gosh. And the interesting thing is, I feel as though I am alone in this fight. Like I don't know what response, if anyone will even see this video. I know people will like be like, no, you're wrong, you suck. Like I don't know, and I don't care. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Because what are you in solidarity with other women about? Because they're single? Like, oh my god. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back until they start acting right. What does that mean? Does every single man act the same? And when it comes to that, and like just dating in general, I think people need to remember that their ideology is not the standard. Whatever you believe is normal and like the default in relationships, that is you. That does not fall on everyone else. And I think that is why whenever I do see couples content and I see people in the comments bashing the man for not laughing. Oh, have you guys seen the video of the couple? I think they're at Walmart or Target, and the girl, she did like a full split like in the aisle, and the boyfriend looked at her and like went back to like, you know, shopping. I remember when I first saw the video, people in the comments was like, oh my gosh, leave him, gross, dump him, girl, he's a hater. Like, they weren't even joking, they were bashing this man. And I was like, what is this? What is this weird just hate all men like movement? Nothing fundamentally comes from doing that. People disguise it as feminism, but it's not. It isn't. Feminism is not just anti-men. You guys, what are we doing? And men won't know how to act because not all women are the same. Some things that some women require out of relationships, other women might not require, which is like the main argument. I honestly think this article and how people think on TikTok, it really just stems from wanting to be rebellious against the traditional movement. People hate traditional, which is like, whatever. For some women, they like traditional, like they like it. Some men like providing for their household and not in a toxic, you can't do anything but serve me, not in that way. But some men just like to operate that way, and some women like to operate that way. I see y'all on TikTok all the time. So many women are like, oh my gosh, I want a man to pay all my bills and to take care of me. I want to turn my brain off when I'm with him. Like, so some women do fall under that quote-unquote traditional type of relationship, while others may not. Some people are more modern and they would rather do the whole 50-50 because it works for them, because they like it. That doesn't mean that the man can't provide for his wife and she is stupid for helping pay. Like that's not what that means. A lot of you guys are going to allow TikTok and single people online to keep you single and miserable forever. This is not how the real world operates. In real life, there's nuance, there's communication, there's conversations that has to happen. You can't just throw out blanket statements and expect people to fall in line. Or the boyfriends are out of style until they act right. What does that mean? Because whatever y'all require on TikTok for a boyfriend, I don't want that. To me, seeing women who are in a relationship openly in so many words bash their husband and boyfriend is comical, because sometimes those very women wonder as to why their boyfriends and husbands aren't posting about them. And again, nuance. You want your boyfriend to shower you in praise and get you flowers every day and whatever. What are you doing for them? Because a relationship is you both are giving. A relationship is supposed to be selfless, not selfish. And I think from a lot of women, and I've been there also, where you speak from a you standpoint. What are you gonna do for me? What are you gonna give me? What are you gonna do for your person? Like, Jesus. Lady, I should have saved all these videos and I didn't, but a lady, she was mentioning that it was her boyfriend or husband's birthday, and she came on TikTok to ask a question, don't know why, and she was like, should I pay for my boyfriend husband's dinner for his birthday? And I was reading that question and my thought was like, well duh, like why wouldn't you? It's his birthday, like just treat him to like a dinner, like whatever, like it's not that big of a deal. Women in the comments, I guess, did not agree, and they were like, no, give him a scoop of ice cream, he doesn't deserve that. Like it's getting spooky. It's getting real spooky in these streets. I think a lot of women are in a time in their life where they don't even know what they want. And I understand, because when you see things online, like, you know, the political state of the world, these TikTokers, these podcasters, these men are just saying some really crazy and vile things. And even in real life or on dating apps, you do come across men who are just filled with audacity, and it can get tiring. So I'm not telling women to like get over it and to like stop being a little baby about it. I'm like, how this reaction to just being like, all men suck, men are gross, men are evil, like it's not helping, it's counterproductive. It's not just in these women's imaginations. Audiences are icked out by seeing too much boyfriend content, myself included. It seems, as indicated by my liberal use of the mute button, when author and British Vogue contributor Stephanie Yeboah hard launched her boyfriend on social media, she lost hundreds of followers. This is a quote from, I think, Stephanie. Even if we were still together, I wouldn't post them here. There is something cringy and embarrassing about constantly posting your partner these days, she tells me, adding that there is a part of me that would also feel guilty for sharing my partner constantly, especially when we know the dating landscape is really bad at the moment. I wouldn't want to be boastful. I will say, I understand when people might not like it. I understand the first part, audiences being icked out by seeing too much boyfriend content. I wouldn't say I've ever been like icked out by seeing content. However, I will say, during the moments of my frustrations I've had with like dating or like wanting to date, but like, you know, no men around me are like worthy enough, seeing couples be cute and like happy and like in love, I would be like, I don't want to see that, okay? I'm literally struggling. I am in the trenches right now, and you think I want to see a cute couple get engaged? No. So for me and for lots of women, but they just don't want to admit it because whatever reason, it is jealousy. I don't care what anyone says. If you don't want to see it, then just don't watch it, and like, you know, not interested, and keep it pushing. I feel like when people have a visceral reaction regarding certain topics where they're just like, ugh, gross, ew, when they're joking it's funny, but like when they're actually being serious, like I'm icked out by seeing boyfriend content, there is an underlying issue. And when it would happen to me, I had to investigate it, and it was because I desired a relationship. I wasn't in the position of there being any prospects around me, and because of that I felt frustrated, because I dealt with the ideas of like, will I ever experience love? Will I ever even meet or be with a man like these videos? Like, will this ever happen to me? It caused frustration, some days envy, to boil up inside me where I wouldn't want to watch it, where I would swipe past it aggressively. Remind you, I'm single. I'm a single Pringle. I'm with y'all. But it is jealousy. But on the other hand, I also do understand that some couples content is cringy. It is cringy, and it's because it's fake, that's why. Like videos like that, like sure, whatever, but even then I wouldn't have a visceral reaction to it. Like I remember when that couple went viral and everyone was like hating on them when they had the love surge, and she was like, oh. When I first saw that video, I was like, okay. And you know what I did? Kept swiping. The lady Stephanie, she said there is something cringy and embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. Words have meaning, people. And if I was someone's girlfriend or boyfriend and hearing them say that it's embarrassing to like constantly post me, I would be hurt. Like I wouldn't be like, I get it. No, I'll be like, what do you mean it's embarrassing to post me? Like, you love me, don't you? And if your way of love is just posting a lot or sharing a lot because you genuinely want to, like there is no ulterior motive, and you're saying that it feels embarrassing, that is hurtful. Constantly sharing your partner because you know how the dating scene is. I think that's kind. Again, living for social media will always be the downfall of authentic, beautiful content. If again you are experiencing this beautiful thing called romantic love and you want to share it, you should just share it. Do not allow your audience to dilute your content. Please, y'all, please stop living for other people. No matter what you do, you will never satisfy people. If you post your boyfriend, you won't satisfy people. If you stop posting your boyfriend, you won't satisfy people. So just do whatever makes you happy and like drown out the background noise. It's not because I even want to see like couples content like all over my page. Like, it's not even it, but I don't want people, content creators, to be controlled by their audience. Like, who cares if people are jealous? It's not on you. I think the key word in that in this quote is constantly. I do understand. Again, your reaction to it shows where you are at on your journey. I put sorry, I think I got frustrated. I put, who cares if your audience doesn't want to see you and your boyfriend? It's your page. Is your page for you or your audience? Why wouldn't you want to showcase the genuine happiness you are currently experiencing to make others feel better? It's tricky right now. Taking dating out of like the equation, because it applies to dating as well, but I think life right now in America, and all over the world, but like, you know, I'm American. Life right now in America is interesting. A lot of people are suffering, a lot of people are struggling, and I think people have this ideology that because I'm struggling, we should all be struggling. So because the dating scene sucks for me, it should suck for you too. I shouldn't see happiness. I shouldn't see marriage proposals on my page. And I think right now, social media is like that because content creators and other people have allowed it to be that way. They have apologized for being happy and for experiencing happy times. And like, it is unfortunate that people struggle, that, you know, bad things happen to good people, or just bad things happen in general, but that is life. Just because my dating scene sucks right now does not mean that someone else should not feel comfortable enough to post their happiness. But I remember when Nick and Andrea came out the villa and we kept on seeing beautiful interviews and videos of how Nick treated Ola. He catered, and he still does. He caters to Ola. Like, he understands Ola on such a deep, amazing level. And for a lot of women, they have never seen a man treat a woman like that before. But there's one creator, she loved it. She was like, this is beautiful, like whatever. And then as time continued on, she made a video and she was like, I am so happy for Ola and Nick. She was like, but I am filled with jealousy. She was like, I am so jealous because I want a man to understand me the way Nick understands Ola. I want a man to treat me the way that Nick treats Ola. And I was like, that was such a beautiful, honest video. And if more people, you don't have to make videos saying that, but if more people told themselves that, I honestly think that it would make the dating scene a little bit easier for both men and women. I don't know why people hate expressing that they are jealous. Like, I don't understand why, because being jealous, there's nothing wrong with being jealous of people. I think where people go wrong is they start to act out on their jealousy, and that's where it gets awkward. Okay, being single gives you this ultimate freedom to say and do what you want. It's absolutely not every woman, but I do notice that we can become more beige and watered down online when in a relationship, myself included. This is a personal preference. And she also said, not all women. I said, if you are watering yourself down in a relationship, you have to ask yourself why. A relationship should cause you to feel alive and be able to be your full self, and your partner should support you on that journey. That's not a boyfriend/relationship issue, that's a you issue, and I wholeheartedly stand by that. Obviously, each relationship has its own boundaries and things that each partner will feel comfortable with, and you kind of have to decide if you are okay with your partner's boundaries and vice versa. Claim that when you're single you have this ultimate freedom, but when you're married or when you're in a relationship you don't, is literally insane. And it just all comes down to many women do not they do not take accountability for their own actions and their own choices in life. And when men say it, it annoys me because I'm like, men, be quiet. A lot of women lack the ability to hold themselves accountable. If your boyfriend is just like chilling, like That's what boyfriends are to me. Just like, if your boyfriend is just like chilling and you feel in yourself that you have to like become meek and like water yourself down, that's you. You can't push that on him, and you have to ask yourself why. Another quote from my conversations: one thing is certain, the script is shifting. Being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore. It is no longer considered an achievement, and if anything, it's become more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. No. This, again, this is my opinion. This is my own thoughts. If you do not agree, great. Finding your identity in these titles is insane. For a generation, just the younger generation in general, like younger millennials, older millennials, whatever, to claim to not want to be labeled as anything and to want to live freely, we sure do know how, was that grammatically correct? To always place ourselves under certain labels and claim it as like iconic. To solely have an identity in being single and like thinking it's a flex is weird. To solely have your identity in being married and or with a boyfriend as a flex is weird. Just be yourself. Like, just be yourself. People that constantly seek validation under these certain titles, it makes me assume that you have no other meaning in life other than these titles. I'm single and I'm iconic, not because I'm single, but because I'm iconic. If and when I get married or become, or you know, be in a relationship, I'm not gonna be iconic because I have a ring on my finger. I'm gonna be iconic because I myself am iconic. A lot of women feel as though, and people in general, they feel as though they have to attach themselves to labels and titles in order to feel a sense of like iconicness or like validation, and you don't. If you believe in yourself that you are iconic, no matter what your relationship status is, then you are iconic. Stop letting titles define who you are, you guys, please. You know what's a flex? Being a smart, educated beauty. That's a flex, and that's what you are. You know what's a flex? Waking up every day. You know what's a flex, honestly? Being able to eat like 4 burgers and not get bloated. If you can do that, that's iconic. This ideology that these certain labels give you some level of status, because now again you are doing exactly what married and people that had a boyfriend did in the past. You're associating a label, single, as the new like status quo, and that's what gets me about social media and all of these topics about the patriarchy and we have to dismantle It's because you guys truly don't want to dismantle anything. You just want to place someone else at the top, and that doesn't work either. So I said, doesn't mean people won't see them as one. I was talking about the singleness is a flex, relationship is a flex, and how I said it's not a flex. But I said doesn't mean people won't see them as one. That's the issue. Our society across the world is dealing with everything needs to be a moment, a flex, a statement, instead of just experiencing, or better yet, living. And I made a video regarding, I don't think it's out yet, but it's about how being offline is like better. I think social media really has just made people constantly want to curate a certain life instead of just living it. Like this idea that being single means like you're this free girl boss like icon, when in reality like most single women are just like chilling, doing hobbies, eating, cooking, crocheting. Life is not TV. It really isn't. This is not Sex in the City. This is just real life, y'all. And if you are a married person deeming that it's a flex that you're married, it isn't. I'm here to shut everyone down. So I said I've been single since I came out the womb. Do I think I'm better than married people? No, I don't. I'll do you one better. I'm a virgin. I know, and I'm 30. Do I think that that is a flex and that I'm better than anyone else? No, I don't. I just think I am a girl who's waiting to have sex. That is literally it. I remember my mom, when I was younger, she would always tell my siblings and I, because you know, when you're young, in high school or in middle school, everyone's like, boys, dating, like, ah. And my mom told me, she was like, boys, there's nothing special about boys. A boy is born every second. Boys will always be there. There is no rush to date. There is no rush to marry. There's no rush to have sex, because men will always be there. So like, stop thinking that like it's some crazy, well,
a man or a boy like me or a boy is there. Like, so what?
Dating will always be there. Marriage will always be there. And I think a lot of times it does come down to people just feeling pressured by society, and you can't change that. You can't. Society, no matter how progressive we get, you will always have people with the ideology of like, you are 30, why are you not married? You're 30, why do you still live at home? You're like, those things will still be here. But you know what can and should change? Your outlook and your response to that. I wonder how many times people have came to Oprah being like, girl, no husband? And I also understand some people may not have the tools to not be affected by what society or those around them are telling them. I do understand that, but I think instead of expecting the world, every single person in the world, to cater to our feelings, we do have to fight back a different way. Yes, and that's what I hope women will kind of like get from this. People's disdain for traditional concepts has them calling out simple behaviors as if you are simply doing something. What am I saying? People's disdain for traditional concepts has them calling out simple behaviors as if you simply doing something or being kind to your husband or boyfriend means that you are upholding the patriarchy. I think this lady, what was her husband doing? He was either going on a fishing trip or something, I don't know, but she was like, I'm about to cook him the best meal, because you know all the husbands are like gonna go fish, I don't know, whatever, and they're all gonna bring a dish that their wife made. It's like a competition. It's like an underlining competition, and she was like, I'm about to win this dish. She's gonna have the best dish and he's gonna get to brag that his wife made the dish or whatever. It was a cute like video, and the comments were anything but cute. People were like, why can't he make his own food? Didn't he invite his friends? Why can't? And she was like, because I love my husband, because I want to cook for him. And I remember being at that place too where I was like, I will never cater to a man. I was like, I will never. He can make his own plate, which is true, because they can. You do have feet. But I understand, because I am Christian. I believe that for a while the Lord like worked with me and helped me understand that in a good relationship, you aren't doing things for your person because they can't do it. You're doing it because you love them and you want to do it for them. And as I continue to like grow like in my word, I learned that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I get it. Like I actually get it. So I remember there was a guy that I liked, and I was like in my learning how to cook era, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to make this man the best like food ever. Like I can't wait to bake for him. I can't wait for his birthday to come up so I can make, like I wanted to like spoil this man rotten, obviously. This is the one that ghosted me, by the way. Which, good thing I never baked anything for him, or it never worked out. That is what you should want to do in a relationship. Women wanting to spoil their husbands is not because the men be like, and the women are like, oh, I just want to like surrender to you. It's not that. 9 times out of 10, it's because their husband or boyfriend takes care of his wife / girlfriend. It's like a lot of people are insulting women's intelligence when it comes to them doing things for their husband, because they believe that they're doing it out of like, you're oppressed. And it's actually like, no, my husband boyfriend literally does everything for me, so I want to do something for him by cooking for him. Like, but it's because people hate any sort of concept of traditional or like gender norms. They automatically despise it. Instead of just taking a step back, looking at a relationship and looking at a dynamic, if you see a woman cooking, you're like, I hate it, it's gross, ew, no. Traditional, trad wife, gross. It's because people attack anything traditional, and that is kind of gross. So some people, they thrive under traditional like values. It kind of just brings me back to the topic or the statement that I made when I said that your default is not everyone else's default. If someone else's default is traditional, that does not automatically mean that you have to adopt that. And I do understand the times that we are in, especially the American government, they are trying to push certain values and like I don't even know what values we're trying to push, but certain ideologies and ideas onto people. And while that is gross and that is bad, we don't like that, you can't place that on everyone that likes, you know, a traditional way of living. Like it, like if it doesn't, what's the saying, if it doesn't sway your boat, no. Like me, I believe I am a modern with some sprinkles of traditional in there. Like that's okay. Like your default is not the standard. So what exactly do you want? Your idea of a relationship isn't the standard. I don't care if you like more modern roles or traditional roles. We are all called to live different lives, and that is okay. Some people's lives, as long as, you know, it's not harmful to other people, they choose to live that way, and you have to be okay with it, because it's, first of all, it's none of your business. So I said women wanting to be single is not the issue, and it will never be an issue. However, I question articles like this and many others who in some way villainize the idea of being / falling and desiring love. Articles and videos I've seen touching on this topic is tricky, because in the name of criticizing heteronormative you end up just in so many words judging people who are just trying to experience an amazing thing called romantic love. The idea that single straight women are being confronted with a politicalization of one's identity is interesting, where one's relationship status is not just about personal choice but viewed as a somewhat political statement through critical cultural lens related to feminism and societal expectations. Current feminists, or honestly just women in general, don't know what they want. On one hand, men need to literally shut up. Yeah. Don't talk or approach me. We literally hate you. Why are you even breathing? But on the other hand, I see women all the time say, why don't men approach women? Who is going to be the women if the men are doing this? Oh my gosh, this man didn't even offer to help me, etc. It's exhausting. The weird obsession some people have with trying to dismantle traditional roles is draining. It's like people can't fathom that for some people it works and it's not toxic. Some men love being able to take care of their entire family. So there's that. Again, live for yourself. Again, I understand, because some people are toxic. There is toxic masculinity. There is this wave of men being like, women, get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Like, that stuff that is brewing. A lot of men are moving as such, but to place that over all men, that is exhausting. It's not productive, and it's tiring. Dating is hard. I'm not gonna be like, dating is easy, just pick better men. Like, no, I'm not naive to the sense that some men, they do play a role until they get what they want. But me personally, I just refuse to give into the bitter ideology that all men are gross, men are tragic, a man paying my bills and taking care of me is horrible, I'm gonna lose myself in a relationship. I can't subscribe to that. I really can't, and I really wish that a lot of women would not subscribe to that also, and just look at your own life. Saying all men suck and saying having a boyfriend is embarrassing, counterproductive. I wouldn't want to change your mind per se, but I think I'm just trying to give an alternative thought. I'm just trying to give like a little thought bubble, a little nugget. I talked a lot. I feel like this video might be really long, but I hope something comes out of it. And what were your thoughts on the article? Did you love it? Did you feel empowered? So if you loved it, tell me why. Tell me how it inspired you. Tell me how it changed your mind about dating and love. And like, I am very curious. In the comments, if you are unable to speak with nuance or to have a conversation with nuance, I don't know, your comment might get deleted. I'm just kidding. This was fun. I think, I don't know. This was interesting. And yeah, okay, that's it, my friends. I hope you guys have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Please, please, please make good choices. Be kind to people, okay? Y'all are stressing me out. Just kidding.